Hey everybody, Dave Woodson here. Hey everybody, Dave Woodson here. Get You Noticed. This is the Daily Gun Show, a marketing show about a daily show about marketing, and it's any way you want to market yourself. And this week we're talking about social media, and today we're really talking about Twitter. I'm a huge fan of Twitter. Twitter was one of the first social media sites that I ever got on, and I can probably count back, 10, 15, 20 deals that I've actually been able to pull off of Twitter for either through mortgages or other social media things that I've done. Countless number of referrals, basically from, I think I referred real estate as far as ways Hawaii at this point, and 2 people have requested that. And the guy in Hawaii got it because he was a friend of mine on Twitter, or he followed me on Twitter, and I followed him back, and I found his stuff very informational, especially about Hawaii. I love Hawaii, never been, always wanted to go. I'll go someday soon, I promise. So, some quick things about Twitter. There's at least 200 million people on it right now. About half as much, little over a third as much as what's on Facebook. We're assuming that's about that many. I'm sure there's a lot of spam accounts. I know I have several accounts myself, so you got to watch out for that. But it makes everything very searchable. For Northwest Indiana, where I'm at, we use the hashtag NW and now I've recently pushed out 219, but it's not really taken as well as I had hoped. There's some issue with the algorithm inside Twitter, so there's an issue with that. It is a great way to get followers or people to read your blog. The real trick of it, though, is not to continuously spam them. And that's one of my biggest complaints. Someone asked me the other day what I thought about a certain program. I said, well, I think the program's nice. It'll do what you want. But what I do with those people who use that program is I usually report them as spam. Because all they try to do is, I say something about an iPad, and they come back up a half minute later, oh, you want the iPad? Go look at this site. And to me, that's spam because no one's following those people, and that just kind of drives me a little bit insane. What are some other highlights of Twitter? I mean, it does give you, and Twitter is the open book of your life, if you will. I mean, you can do everything you want on it, say about anything you want on it. There's people out there that I think are just a car wreck, but I still follow them because I find them somewhat mildly entertaining, if you will. A lot of celebrities are on there. A lot of celebrities, Charlie Sheen went from 0 to a million people in about a 24-hour period. You can get a national audience, an international audience, or you can get a local audience. I'm noticing a lot of Maui bloggers are getting a local or more of a regional notoriety. Basically Northwest Indiana, Chicagoland, if you will. If you want to reach out beyond that, it certainly is well within your reach, especially on Twitter. Much more than I think Facebook can be. Don't get me wrong, I still like Facebook, and LinkedIn is the one I'm going to talk about a little later. I'm probably going to do 2 videos here today. But the whole trick to me about Twitter is make sure that you're engaging. If someone's asking you a question or they're saying something that you want to respond to, make sure you respond to it and don't come off as a spam. Because people will see right through it. There's so many different little tricks that you can do. It's like, hey, you might want to go check out this site. If that site doesn't help you, check out my site, or give them information. Just don't spam your stuff. People just hate that. They hate that. We all want to buy something, but we hate being sold. So just keep that in mind when you do that. When you do Twitter. If you've never been on Twitter, I strongly suggest you do it. It's more than people telling you what they're going to have for dinner. But if you do follow me, I will tell you what I'm having for dinner tonight. It's meatballs. I made them myself. In fact, when I get done with this video, I'm going right upstairs to do that right now. But I think of myself as kind of more persona as Dave Woodson on there, and as my businesses Get You Noticed. So I do think of myself as more of a persona that you'll follow me because, one, you find me entertaining, or my special brand of infotainment. I'm supplying you information, but I'm also entertaining you there a little bit as well. And really, if there's something you want to learn, and let's not forget about the news aspect of Twitter at this point. When the plane crashed in the Hudson River, Twitter was the first one to respond. To it. When the Libya and Syria and what's the other one over there? When they're all Egypt, Twitter was one of the first ones there. Many of the tidal waves, tsunamis are reported first on Twitter. So many things are being reported on Twitter. And I heard a very interesting way to search for this the other day. You might want to look like at the thing in the Hudson River when the plane crashed on the Hudson River. The guy said he looked for Hudson River plane and oh shit, what was that? I mean, I'm not trying to be vain or anything like that, but you know, people talk on Twitter how they really would talk in real life most of the time, unless you're spamming. I hope I convince you to use Twitter. If you do it right, you can get a fair amount of deals out of it. You can get some interaction. You can drive traffic to your videos, to your blog, and I think it's an underutilized tool by a lot of people, especially in the real estate and the mortgage industry. There are some great aspects out there that you guys are just ignoring, and it's right there just because you think all people do is talk about what they're going to eat. If you follow me, I will tell you what I'm going to eat, though. But anyway, I also hope I'm supplying good information. I am Dave Woodson, Get You Notice, and this is the Daily Gun Show about marketing. And today was Twitter, and I hope you guys learned something. Any questions, comments, please leave them down below. If you'd like to get a hold of me, my number is 219-872-8000. I'm going to be setting up some webinars, some Zipcasts here very soon. And if you want to join the mailing list, just do it. It's right there. Just sign up for it. Promise I'll never spam you. I am Dave Woodson. Talk to you all very soon, but I'll see you tomorrow.